Guys, it's Monkey here, and welcome to your third episode of Bukkit/Spigot coding tutorials. And in this episode, we're going to learn about the player interact event. So let's go ahead and get right into it. At event handler public void on player interact event e. There we go. Then we're going to want to get our player p equals you don't get player. Then we're going to get, so what we're going to do basically is we're going to check if the player has a blaze rod in their hand, and if they do, we're going to open an inventory. So we can do item stack item equals p dot get item in hand. Alright. And then, oh, also one thing, I did import these already, but where is item stack? Okay. Oh, I'm gonna get rid of item stack really quick. Then, if we hover over this, you're gonna see that there's two kinds of imports. There's net.minecraft server, and then there's org.bukkit.inventory. You're never gonna want to, well, for now, you're not gonna want to import from net.minecraft.server. Always import from org.bukkit. We're gonna get later on. I'm gonna teach what this stuff is, net Minecraft server. But for now, import org.bukkit.inventory. Alright. So, let's continue on. We can check if e.getAction is equal to action.right click error. Then or, these like two absolute value signs mean or e.getAction is equal to action.right click block. We're going to check both of those, because we want to open the inventory regardless if they click the error, if they click the ground. Anyways, if item.get type is equal to material.blaze rod. So if it is a blaze rod, we're gonna create our inventory now. Inventory inv equals bucket.create inventory. So these take a few parameters. It takes inventory holder, which we're gonna put as null because we don't want anyone to own this inventory. And the size. This size has to be a multiple of 9, just like the normal Minecraft, what's called the Minecraft chests. They have to be a multiple of 9. So I'm just gonna do 9 here, and then we can put a string. And in here we can put the inventory name, and I'm just gonna name it like chat color dot gold plus, I don't know, awesome inventory. If I can spell it right, inventory. Alright, then import that. Control Shift O. Then inv. So inv dot set. No, not yet. Okay. Let's go ahead and for now, next episode we're gonna learn how to do like customizable item stacks, but for now we're just gonna set like default item stacks. So now we're gonna set item 0, which is like the very first slot, to new item stack material dot diamond sword. Alright. And then inv dot set item 1 new item stack material dot what can I do? Let's make a bow. Material dot bow. And then inv dot set item 2 new item stack material dot, let's do, how about we do an anvil? I love anvils. And then we're gonna do p dot open inventory inv. Perfect. Alright. So we're not done yet. We're gonna have to go on top of here, and then in our on enable, you always have to register events and commands that are not in the main class. If the command is in the main class, in which we're gonna get into using different classes in a few episodes, but if it's in the main class, as you've seen from previous episodes, hopefully, you do not need to register the command in the on enable. But events, you are gonna have to register them in the on enable, even if they are in the main class. So let's go ahead and do plugin manager pm equals bucket.get server.get plugin manager. Alright. Then import from org.bukkit not from this stuff over here, just Bukkit. Then pm.register events this and this. Alright. Oh, also gotta implement listener. So on top here we do implements listener. Perfect. And then register events. This register events takes two parameters. This is a listener class, and it also takes our plugin, which is the main class. However, since our listener class and our main class are like in the same, it's like this thing right here, we just put this, because this means like referencing this class. So we can, our listener class and our main class are the same ones, so you can just put this. Alright, so let's go ahead and this episode's kind of short actually, it's only 5 minutes, well 6 minutes now, but how about we do something else? Let's check here, give me 1 second. Okay guys, so I thought of another event that we could use. It's really not very helpful, but we're gonna need them for the big project. If you don't know what I mean, you should watch the next episode. So we're gonna make a new event, and we're gonna call this public void on player respawn event e, and then we're gonna get our player p equals c dot get player, and then we can do whenever this will be called whenever the player actually respawns, obviously. So we can do like p dot send a message chat color dot red plus you have died and lost 10 points. Alright, really not very useful stuff right now, but this is all going to make sense, and we're also going to be able to use this later on. And what else can we do? So okay, basically guys, there's a whole list of these events, like a huge list, and I'm gonna link actually I'm just gonna bring it over here. Yeah, so there's all of these events, like these are only like player related events, like you can use all of these. I'm gonna leave this in the description. It's basically something called the Java docs for Bukkit, and you can do a lot of stuff like player chat events. Whenever people use MuteChat plugins, you can do that. Let's actually do that. Let's do MuteChat plugin here really quick. So it's gonna be like a 2-in-1. Do play interact event per respawn event. Not that great really. And we're also gonna do a what was it? Oh yeah, player chat event. So let's go ahead and get started at event handler public void on player chat, and then okay guys, if we do just player chat event e, what would happen? You get this. If we import it, you see it's deprecated. What does deprecated mean? Deprecated is just use, like don't use if you do not have to use it, like avoid using this. So how can you do like your player chat event? What if we want to make a MuteChat plugin? Like we could make this, but it just means like we want to avoid it. So what you do is just async player chat event, then you import that, and we're all good. Now we can actually use this. Well, we could use it otherwise, but still, it's just better to use this one. Player p equals e dot get player. Then actually we're gonna make a boolean up here. Do private boolean is muted equals false. False. Alright, so whenever you create booleans, you want to like set the default value. What would be the normal default value? Normally the chat is not muted, so we can do is muted false. So now up here, we're going to do if not p dot, actually for now, yeah. Guys, I feel like I'm mixing way too much stuff in this episode, but I don't really want to make too many things, and then like, you know, the title will have to be like 1,000,000 characters long. I don't really want to do that. But we're gonna learn about permissions later on, and let's go ahead and get into this. So, if is muted. Actually, 1 second. I just remembered something. Right, but Boolean convention. That's gonna be for next naming convention episode. Just remember that. So if is muted, then we're gonna do e dot set canceled to true, p dot send a message chat color dot red plus the chat is currently muted. Alright, then we return. So, a lot of people would, like, whenever they do this little block of code, a lot of people would do something like else, and then like another chunk of code. However, I really don't like doing that. I feel like it's just redundant, you don't need it. So all you do is enter, and then, like, imagine an else was here, you could just put whatever you want here, but you don't really need that in, and I feel like it looks better without the else. It just looks, you know, a little bit better formatted, if you know what I mean. Anyways, in here, just for testing purposes, we can do like p dot send a message chat color dot green plus chat is not currently muted. Alright, turn. Also, we're gonna need to toggle the muted or not muted. So whenever we do our doctor command, we're actually going to, I know this makes no sense, like having the doctor command do this, but if not is muted, we do is muted equals true, return true, and then else we're going to do is muted equals false. Okay, so here we're just checking if it's not muted. So if chat is not muted, mute the chat, and then if chat is muted, then we're going to unmute the chat. And let's go ahead and broadcast the message. Bukkit dot broadcast message. I'm not going to put color into this, but chat has been unmuted. No, chat has been muted. And I'm just going to copy this, and then we're going to paste it right here. Chat has been unmuted. Alright, and that should be it. Let's go ahead and export, and I'll see you guys in the game. Okay, guys, so we're back in here, and now we can, if we do, actually, let's first test the blaze rod. So, blaze rod, we have it right here. Cute little blaze rod. We right click, it opens our inventory. Awesome inventory. We got our items in here: the bow, the anvil, and the diamond sword. Then that clicked here. Now, if I clicked around, it works as well. Now we're gonna. Oh, I forgot something very important, I think. Not entirely sure, did I? Alright, no, I didn't. Never mind. Okay. So now if we do /doc, the chat has been muted. If we do this, the chat is currently muted. As you see, I was not able to chat. It did send me that doctor message, but I was not able to chat. Chat has been muted. Then we do /doc. Chat has been unmuted, and I can talk. Chat is not. I did not notice that. Chat is not currently muted. Okay. That was a little typo right there, but doesn't really matter. But yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the coding series. Please leave a like. I've been getting a lot of support on this series, and I love it. I love it when you guys give me support on these kind of videos, because honestly, I'm enjoying a lot making them. And please, guys, tell me what you want to learn. I'm getting a lot of nice comments, you know, in the comment section, but none like really what you want to learn. I've got like one suggestion I've got, which I don't really want to do because I don't find very good, was making a plugin where it makes the client crash. I might do that, I might not, we'll see. But anyways, guys, thanks a lot for watching, and see you all later.